So look for what it smells like. We'll stop in there and see what it smells like and sounds like and everything. There are 2 plants in here that are dangerous to touch, but most of the plants are safe to touch. But please don't touch any plants unless I tell you it's okay, because I don't want you to get hurt if you touch those 2 dangerous ones. Those are called poison ivy and stinging nettle. You don't want to be stung by a plant, do you? No. Okay. If there's a plant that you would like to touch, ask me first and I'll let you know if it's safe to touch. Okay, this is where we need to be quieter so we can listen for the birds. So let's walk quietly. Walk. Okay, stop. We're going to walk quietly. We're going to walk slowly. And make sure you look up because you might see insects flying around or birds. Make sure you look around you. You might see squirrels. And hold on, I'm the light leader. And look at the ground because you might see some special things on the ground. Let's stop right here.
Quiet.
Take a look at this plant. What do you see on it?
Don't touch it. She said, look.
You see berries. Good. So these berries.
Take one.
Please don't touch until you're asking. Okay. Some of the berries in the forest are ones that birds and squirrels and other animals like to eat. This one's called beauty berry because it's so beautiful. And the leaves,
look at the other one.
the leaves are kind of rough underneath and soft on the top. So you can gently touch the leaves, but make sure you don't tear them. You can touch the leaves as you go by.
Don't rip it off. Just touch it gently. All right, once you touch it, you let everybody else get a chance to touch it.
Let's stop right here. I'm just going to talk about that for a second. Do you think people can eat those berries?
No.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I like berries.
Okay, so some berries that we see out in nature are safe to eat, things like blueberries and raspberries and strawberries, but other berries are poisonous and make you very, very sick. So make sure you don't eat anything that you find out in nature unless you talk to an adult that knows what they're doing, like your parents, okay, or your guardian. That one people actually can eat, but they don't taste like much. People add a lot of sugar to them and make juice or jelly with them. Do you see more of those?
Yeah. Oh, more.
Quiet, you guys. You can't hear if they're talking.
Mom, why you taking a picture?
Does anyone know what this is? Have you seen this before? Raise your hand if you've seen it before. A lot of you have seen it. This is called Spanish moss, and it gets flowers on it. It looks like there's a bud for flowers here. Maybe that's a food pot. And this is called an air plant because it doesn't grow in the ground. Most plants have roots that they put into the ground, but Spanish moss does not. And people have used this to stuff their mattresses and stuff their pillows before we had what we have today to put in them. And they've used it to pack breakable things. So there's a lot of different ways to use Spanish moss. Other people use it as decoration because it's so pretty. So you can gently touch the Spanish moss when you go by.
You'll be up. Yeah, be careful. Be careful.
What about that?
Berries!
here is an example of what happens in nature. We have that lizard was just trying to eat that dragonfly, if anybody saw that. But it dropped it. It got curious about you.
That's a green one.
Yeah, the green ones are good because they belong in Florida. The brown ones don't belong in Florida, at least in our part of Florida.
It's snakes in that bush. Yeah. Snakes all in the woods. We in the woods right now. Yeah, it's too scary. Ew, it's big.
Stop right here.
Let's go.
What are those? You can pick it up. Make sure you don't throw them. You can hold it though. Okay, so here, some plants make fruit and other plants make nuts. Raise your hand if you've ever eaten a walnut. Walnut? Okay. Raise your hand if you've eaten a pecan.
Not me.
Not you? Okay. So this is a type of nut.
All right, you guys gotta listen. Step over here, Khalil. Robin, come over here, please.
This is a type of nut.
You can't hear her now. You gotta turn around. Whistling.
This is a type of nut called a hickory. Everyone say hickory.
Hickory.
What animals do you think would eat the hickory nuts?
Deer.
Please don't throw them. I asked you not to throw
Dennis,
them.
don't throw them.
Okay. What are these little?
Rabbit.
Squirrels. Squirrels like to eat nuts. So squirrels eat acorns, and we have a lot of oak trees with acorns. And squirrels will also eat the hickory nuts. Okay. So it has a shell on the outside, and then the nut is, it might have a second shell, and then the nut's inside that shell. And these come off the hickory tree, which is this big one right here, I believe.
Oh, that's a giant.
I believe it's that one. If it's not, it's nearby.
Giant.
Because we have all these hickory nuts here.
Look, that's another one. Great.
Good. Another one with the berries.
That's another
Oh, look at this.
Wow.
You hear that? What do you see right here?
Spider.
Spider. And a really pretty spider web.
No,
Don't get too close. Back up, you guys. Stay on the sidewalk.
It's tighter.
Look at it.
Don't fall.
No.
Calm down, calm down.
Thank you for stopping here.
It's a nice one.
I can't hear you.
One. Yes.
Okay.
Hungry.
Three. Who's my best
Come
friend?
around. Come around.
Right, so some spiders, and probably that spider, will spin its web in the morning. Did you see all the circles on the web? It's really pretty. Spins it in the morning, and then what does it do with the web? Why does the spider make a web?
Because it needs a leg.
Needs to live, yes. So how does the web help the spider live?
Come back, girls.
What else?
Okay. The webs are sticky, so that means something can get caught in the webs. What do you think can get caught in the webs?
They can eat.
Step.
Insects.
Insects.
So say there's a fly. Does everyone know what a fly is? It's flying through the air. It runs into a spider web. It gets stuck. It can't move. And the spider feels the web move, and it runs over, and then it can eat the fly. So that's how the spider catches its food, by making a web. And then at night, that spider will eat its web, and then it reuses all, it's called silk, so it eats the silk from the web, and then the next morning it uses it again to make a new web.
Oh.
Oops, sorry. Right.
Stay behind her. Listening voices do not push our friend.
On the left.
We're not touching it, and you don't have an inside voice.
Robin, don't touch.
Right here has these big fan-shaped leaves. You know what kind of tree this is? It's a palm tree. And this kind of palm tree gets the leaf stalks right here that stick out from the tree. So you can gently touch these as you go by. Sometimes they fall off of the tree, sometimes they don't. But people used to use these leaves to make clothes out of them. The Indians or Native Americans, the women would take the leaves and make shawls out of them, and they can make skirts out of them. So who would want to wear leaves? You wanna wear leaves?
Not me. Not me. Not me.